I mean, 0 miles. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And we just found out he Grammy nominated. Do me a favor, talk your shit real quick.
Man,
talk your shit.
So, approximately 15 minutes ago, we just got nominated for the Grammys.
Wow.
Again.
You know what I mean?
Hey, what about the call?
So, and then, you know what I'm saying? Today I was feeling weary. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Should I not spend? Because, you know, God does not like how I say, a cocky spirit. I had to be humble today, but I was like,
fuck that shit.
Guys, we're talking about the Grammy. Man, you know, some Nigerian artists were able to make it to the Grammy. So that is what we are going to talk about, and it's all getting loud, and a lot of people are really paying attention to this. This is all interesting. You know, Grammy Awards 2026, 4 of Nigeria's biggest names or artists in the music industry contention for 2026 Grammy Awards. That is what we are really finding. And we got Burna Boy, you know, got Burna Boy, we got Davido, we got you know, a lot of people actually pushing themselves into this category. Yes, best global music album Grammy nominees. We got No Sign of Weakness by Burna Boy, and that is actually loud at a time like this. And we got best African music performance, you know, Grammy nominees. We got Love, Burna Boy. We got With You, Davido featuring Omale. These are the Nigerians. And we got Push to Start, of course, Tyler. And we got Gimme That, Irasta featuring Wizkid. That is something a lot of people are really talking about. So what is your own take as we deep dive into this? Grammy is going to be so loud, and a lot of people are going to find it all interesting at a time like this. That is something I feel. But before I dive into this story, before I begin give you the gist, I want you guys to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. Davido's With You featuring Omale earns a nomination for the Best African Music Performance category at the 2026 Grammy Awards. And he was so excited. You know where the for tell Davido? People I say now we are in the receiving you know, Rolls Royce. This guy acquired a new Rolls Royce for 1.80 billion naira. That is actually massive, about $750,000. And then he can receive good news, say yes, they don't nominate you for Grammy. So now Davido is 5 times Grammy nominee. That is something I got here. But Burna Boy still remains the most nominated you know, Nigerian artist at the Grammys with over 7 Grammy nominations. So that is all interesting, and a lot of people are giving commendations to Burna Boy. This is actually loud. You know, for 7 consecutive years, this guy is earning 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. That is 7 nominations. 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Burna Boy, they denominate them every year. 7 consecutive years. That is actually massive to an extent, and a lot of people are now it's not a 7 consecutive nomination, for 7 nomination for 7 consecutive years. Burna Boy has earned about 13 Grammy. That is 13 Grammy nominations. That is actually loud, and we got to commend Burna Boy for that. Good feat. And Wizkid earned 6 Grammy nominations so far, and Davido is on 5 Grammy nominations so far. That is something I got to understand. But Davido has earned it for 3 consecutive years. That is actually loud to an extent, and a lot of people are now, you know, saying that yes, at least in try itself, you know, get Grammy nomination. But this time around, who is going to win it among them? That is what a lot of people are really talking about, and I think is getting a lot of interesting attention. Irasta and Wizkid's Gimme That earns a nomination for the Best African Music Performance at the 2026, Grammy Awards. That is really loud. And Burna Boy's Love earns a nomination for the Best African Music Performance at the 2026. That category is being dominated by Nigerians. We got three Nigerians, I mean four, in that category. That is actually loud. And then Omale is going in with Davido. That is something I got to understand about that. So I want you guys to tell me your expectations at the Grammys. I told you before now that Grammy, the African category is going to be dominated by Nigerians. We got Tyler, we got other people, but Nigerians actually dominated that category, African category. That is something I am, excited to share with you guys. So, what is your own take about this? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that we can get to understand it better. We can get to understand it because a lot of people have been saying a lot of things that we should chase Western validation like the Grammys and all those kind of things. But we need also to build our own, platforms in Africa. We don't have a tangible platform in Africa, just a popular one, just like the Grammys. I think that is not better for African continent. Is it because a lot of people are now afraid that there will be dominance by either Nigeria, South Africa, or by Ghanaians? That is the question I'm really asking. The Headies is there. We got the Ghana Music Awards is there. That is for Ghana. But we should get something. We should have something for Africa. Africa. That is what I keep saying from time to time because if we don't do that, we are not helping the African music industry. But all the same, in 2026, it's going to be so loud for Burna Boy, Davido, for Irasta, Wizkid, and that is really massive. But Thames didn't make it this time around. That is what a lot of people are now looking at. We got a person of Rema didn't make it this time around, and a lot of interesting stories around that. But the Grammy is all out, and we are really excited to announce to you that these guys that them nominated to, we got Burna Boy's album being nominated at the Grammys. That is actually massive to an extent. That is a big one for Burna Boy. This is the 13th time Burna Boy is being nominated at the Grammys and also for 7 consecutive years. Since 2020, Burna Boy has been getting yearly nominations at the Grammys. Although now only one Grammy he don't actually pick at the end of the day. So now, what are your own takes about this? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section, what you feel about all of this. And then you can actually predict your own winner in that category. But I'm looking at Burna Boy or Davido. That is what I'm looking at right now. So I may add Irasta on it. But a lot of people they say if Irasta first, but Davido get Grammys, this one. What of Wizkid? Wizkid never gets Grammy on his own. So that does not make Wizkid inferior artist. That does not make anybody inferior. Davido inferior artist. No, that does not make them inferior artists. We all know the big three in the Nigerian music industry. When you call Wizkid, you call Davido, you call Burna. These are the big threes because they have been able to sustain it for a very long time with their influences in the Nigerian music industry to an extent. But I feel that we should crack up the ceiling and then kind of find a way to collaborate with each other and then make it bigger. Because I keep saying that Afrobeat in Nigeria will not be bigger than Burna, will not be bigger than Wizkid or Davido. That is something I keep saying. But what is your own take about all of this? Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for always coming out, watching my videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. Please guys, do share my videos across social media platforms so that others will get interested in it and others will watch and contribute to it. I love you guys. Keep supporting Afrobeat blogs.